So whenever I do a review of a pair of premium over-ear headphones from brands like Bose, Sony, and Beats, I always see a lot of comments about how they're way overpriced at $300 or whatever price they are, and how dumb people are for buying them when they could get a perfectly good pair of headphones from less well-known brands for way less. There's certainly a lot of truth to that, but I thought it would be a good exercise to compare some budget and mid-range headphones to those higher-end models to see exactly what you're getting at various price points and how everything stacks up. And to spice things up, I'm gonna have a few of my colleagues do a blind trial of a few budget and premium headphones to see if they can tell the difference between the two. And I think you'll find the results pretty interesting, so let's jump right into the comparisons. Okay, when it comes to budget versus premium headphones, you've obviously got to start with the design. First and foremost, when you're looking at a budget model, you're going to get a pretty generic design. These are reference headphone designs that come out of the same factories in China, and you'll see a bunch of models on Amazon that kind of look alike. I've got a few of my favorite budget models here, all of which cost less than $100. This is the One More Sono Flow, which cost around $65 on Amazon and kind of looks like an old Sony model. Another model that I like that gets high marks from Amazon users is the $99 Soundcore by Anker Space One. And speaking of another headphone named Space, I don't know what it is about the Space name, but headphone companies seem to like to use it. This is the new Soundpeats Space that only costs around $55 and reminds me a bit of an Audio-Technica headphone. The Edifier 820 NB Plus is also a good value for around $65. All the models I have here have active noise canceling, and they're all decent headphones that are relatively comfortable to wear with memory foam ear pads, and they sound pretty good for their modest price points. Do they look and feel a little cheap? Yeah, they do. They're not made with high-tech plastics and are short on metal parts. Some, like the Soundcore Space One, can be a bit bulky looking. However, the Space One is one of the rare sub-100 models that has ear detection sensors that pause your audio when you take the headphones off your ears and resume playback when you put them back on. I should also point out that a lot of budget headphones don't come with any sort of case. The One More Sono Flow does include a nice hard case, but the Soundpeats Space doesn't, and the Soundcore Space One includes a simple carrying pouch. Battery life for all these over-ear wireless headphones tends to be really good across the board, so that isn't a factor. What you do get with a more premium headphone like the WH-1000X Mark V, that's a Sony, or the Bose Quiet Comfort Ultra headphones is a distinct custom design along with better build quality and higher quality components. Also, the headphones can end up fitting your head a little bit better and offering a little more comfort over longer listening sessions. The Sony 1000X M5s and Bose QC Ultra headphones also deliver better sound, noise canceling, and voice calling performance, as well as a few bonus features and more natural sounding transparency modes. To be clear, the Bose and Sony cost about 5 times as much as some of these budget models I'm showing. They certainly aren't 5 times as good and maybe not even twice as good, but they are at least 25 to 35% better. Before I get into those blind trials I was talking about, I'll just add that there are some mid-range models that cost between $100 and $200. These include the Sony CH720N, which lists for $150 but sometimes goes on sale for as little as $100, and the new Sennheiser Accentum Plus, which lists for $230 but should dip to less than $200 later this year. Accentum Plus is the slight step-up model from the Accentum and the step-down model from the flagship Momentum Wireless 4. The higher-end MW4 looks similar but has larger drivers that deliver slightly better sound, 10 hours more battery life, and a total of 6 microphones instead of 4. As for the Sony CH720N, it's lighter than the flagship 1000X M5, which makes it very comfortable to wear, but it looks and feels significantly cheaper, doesn't come with any sort of carrying case, and both its sound and noise canceling, though good, are a step below the XM5s. But enough about what I think, let's have some fun and blindfold a few of my colleagues here in the New York Cnet office and see if they can tell the difference between budget and premium models.
They're all right. They're a little clampy. I'm feeling a little clamped.
I like the cup. It feels nice and soft. I do not like the plastic around here. Like it just feels very cheap.
It feels like it's mid, not mid like bad. It just feels like, I don't know if it's very, very expensive, if it's really lightweight.
It doesn't move as much on my head, and yeah, it feels very comfortable.
This one definitely feels like more expensive. The cushions are actually a lot more comfortable in my opinion.
All right, these are immediately more comfortable than the last pair.
This is the type of leather I like feeling. And then this hard piece up here, quite freaking nice actually.
I think the ear muff's better, like it's softer than the first one that we just tried.
So this one's pretty light, but it's almost like really light, so it makes me think that it's not that expensive.
Ooh, I like this one.
I don't know, these kind of feel crappy compared to the other ones.
It just feels really comfortable. Like I think it's just a perfect like size for my head, maybe.
There's not a good seal around my head. I don't know, not thrilled with those.
It's super comfortable, but it feels a little heavy. It feels like if I wore these for like walking outside for like an hour, I would start to sweat a lot, which isn't great.
I had headphones like these before, and they were definitely used to like kind of shut out the world. So I definitely used these headphones to listen to music and kind of shut out everything.
Yeah, there's nothing I like about these, I'm not gonna lie.
These are lovely.
So with this, there's no clicking, there's no nothing. You kind of just like, it's like a free sort of like slider thing. I don't like that.
They're nice and light. Not too much, a little bit of pressure on top of my head, but not too much.
This one feels like it's very structured, like it's definitely thin as well. I would say this is pretty lightweight, like the one right before was bulky lightweight, but this is obviously just from feeling it, I can tell that it's like skinnier, I guess.
Like the leather feels god awful. I apologize to the first set of headphones that I was like, oh, this feels kind of synthetic leather. No, that's better than this. This is, sorry to this brand, like this is not good.
I'd probably say the third one is the most expensive, just because I feel like the comfort is there. And then the least expensive would probably have to be like maybe the first one.
Third of the cheapest, then the second, then the first, then the fourth.
3 cost the most, followed by 2, followed by 1, followed by 4.
I think the second one is the most expensive. After that, I think is the fourth one, is right after that. Then I would say the first one is third place. And the first one is third place, and then the third one is last place. And from most expensive to cheapest.
Everyone go mat them lose it. Move it, move it, move it, move it. Everyone go mat them lose it. Move it, move it. Can't run and no breaking out like a cold sore. Train to be a beast in the streets like a wild boar. Look at
I like the second one better. So the second one, I felt like the volume was a lot more full. Like I could hear everything. I think the first one was a little bit farther away, if that makes sense.
These win. And that first pair seemed really harsh to me. This seemed, the clarity seemed a little bit better on these.
The second pair just felt more like more of an experience. Like the sound quality was just better, whereas the first just kind of felt like, okay, like there's music playing, but I wasn't like jamming the same way.
These sound better bass, like it sounds a lot punchier. It sounds like a more cleaner bass. That's where I really noticed it in the song. But these still really good too. Like, I mean, I felt like it was a party in my head.
Okay, so there you have it. As you can see, when it comes to the fit of the headphones, some people actually preferred the cheaper models, but basically everyone felt that the Bose sounded better than the Soundpeats. I didn't have my colleagues compare the headphones' noise canceling and voice calling performance or their feature sets, so this is far from a comprehensive test, but the long and short of it is that I'm seeing more budget headphones like the Soundpeats space that I'm able to recommend to folks who just can't afford higher end models or simply think they're overpriced. One thing I can't tell you is how these budget headphones will hold up over time. There are no hard and fast guarantees that premium headphones will last a long time, but as I said earlier, they not only tend to have better build quality, but they're equipped with higher quality components, which can obviously make a difference in their lifespan. Also, with some of these cheap headphones, the performance can vary slightly from unit to unit. The quality control can be a little dubious. All that said, I do think the gap between cheaper over-ear noise-canceling headphones and higher-end models has narrowed in recent years, though there still is obviously a gap. There's something to be said for opting for a mid-range model like the Sennheiser Accentum Plus or Beats Studio Pro when it goes on sale for $200, but even those models can be out of a lot of people's price range. But what do you guys think? Let me know your thoughts on budget versus premium headphones in the comments section below, and be sure to call out your favorite models. Also hit the like button if you found this video informative at all, and subscribe to this channel if you haven't already. I'm David Carnoy for Cnet. Thanks for watching.